Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host, Chris. Thanks for joining me once again. Tonight, guys, we're looking at a very, very special beer. This, my friends, is the 2010 release of Deschutes Brewery, The Abyss. It's an imperial stout brewed with licorice and molasses. 33% of it is aged in oak and oak bourbon barrels and then blended back together to get the beast known as The Abyss. One of the most popular imperial stouts on the planet, according to Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. I've never had it. I have a bottle of the 2009, just haven't had a chance to get it yet. So, with that said, let me get this one to a glass, let you know how it smells, tastes, give you the verdict on The Abyss 2010. The appearance on The Abyss, and do we really have to kid anyone with this one? It poured like motor oil, black as night, literally sucking light out of the room. I can see my reflection in the glass like a mirror. You guys can see in the video there is no light getting through this mofo. A really nice 1.5 almost 2 finger head. Gorgeous, gorgeous dark brown, big brown bubbles, alcohol lacing, alcohol feet on the glass, sticking around like crazy. Really nice lacing from the carbonation, from the head. Nice carbonation from what I can see between the head and the actual beer itself. Just an absolutely textbook example of what a imperial stout should look like. Alright guys, so the aroma on the 2010 Abyss. Wow. The first big notes I'm getting from the aroma are roasted, huge roasted barley notes in this one. Almost to the point of being a little bit smoky. Next, I'm getting really big dark chocolate notes, that bitterness from the dark chocolate. There's a slight sweetness in there. Really nice coffee, espresso, mixing with the alcohol in there to kind of blend to make a really nice kind of smell. There's definitely some sweetness in there. I don't know if that's from the licorice or the molasses, but there's definitely a sweetness in there. It's very muted, but it helps. It blends with the coffee, it blends with the alcohol, and it really helps to move everything through your olfactory system. It makes a really interesting smelling beer. Just an absolutely epic imperial smelling stout. Wow. You know, the first impression is just it's so smooth and so soft and delicate. And being an 11% imperial stout, it shouldn't be that. There's a a slight kind of twang at the front of the tongue. Then the mouthfeel just takes over. Wow. Big roasted notes. Huge, absolutely amazingly huge amounts of chocolate. You would think this was brewed with chocolate. And I'm getting just, big dark chocolate notes, espresso notes. You get that coffee bitterness in there. Really lingering. The carbonation kind of helps to scrub that out, but it doesn't do it doesn't do the coffee and the chocolate justice in this one. It just keeps it hanging out. Back of the throat, the actual finish, it's not dry. It's a real sweet finish. There's definitely a coffee aftertaste. I'm definitely kind of tasting that. There's a little bit of hop bitterness in there. That's definitely sticking around. Dark chocolate, malts are just filling my mouth now, and I've only had 2 sips of it. It's just, it tastes like it sounds. It's the abyss. It just kind of sucks, so much out of you and kind of makes you want more. And it's just this huge tasting beer that just keeps on kicking. An absolutely great tasting beer. 11%. I wouldn't have guessed in a million years it was 11%. I don't taste it. It's masked extremely well. I'm getting slight vanilla notes, that slight tobacco kind of character from the oak barrels. Just an absolutely epic undertaking, and my hat off to them. I mean, that's just a crazy good tasting beer. Alright guys, so the end of the day, the final verdict on the Abyss 2010 edition from Deschutes Brewery in Bend, Oregon, coming in 11%. Available now. It is very limited, so get it while you can. I've got to give this one an A+. Even though it's a year, quote, from its prime, it's just a hugely epic beer. It's a world-class imperial stout. you know, according to Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, and it lives up to that name. It lives up to every expectation. Really, the mouthfeel on this one and the general taste just makes it shine. It fills your mouth with big roasted notes, big barley roasted notes like an imperial stout should, mixed with these really dark bitter chocolates and espressos and coffees. The alcohol kind of comes through and kind of blends it all together, mixing a really nice mix. You get that molasses in there to kind of sweeten everything out. And then, oh wait, they added oak barrel aging to it, and that, you know, the vanilla characters in there, and kind of the mellowing out of the beer from the alcohol really helps this one. You don't taste the 11% at all. I can't even imagine a year from now. It'll probably be, you know, even less so. It's just an absolutely amazing beer. Highly recommend it. Great stuff. One of the best imperial stouts I've ever had. And with that said, guys, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this bottle. Life's too short. Drink amazing beers.